Hello and welcome everyone to this 5-part video series about how to reduce stress and overwhelm. I am so glad that you've joined me for this video series, and I really hope this is going to make a big difference in your life as to how stressed and overwhelmed you feel and how much in control of your life you feel. So, what I would like to start with is a bit of an overview of what I'm going to cover, and then also just to explain to you why I feel that I have any claim on being able to discuss this with you. So just to let you know what my story is and where I've come from. So, as an overview, today in part 1, I'm going to start by getting you to get clear on what are the sources of stress and overwhelm in your life and what are the effects that they are having on your quality of life, on your energy, on your happiness. And then as I go through the video series, I'm going to be talking more about things such as what are your priorities, what's important for you in your life, and then also I'll be looking at practical solutions for how to reduce stress and overwhelm, as well as looking at things like setting boundaries and managing your energy. So I'm going to try and squeeze all of those things into 5 short videos, because I know that if you're watching this, likelihood is that you don't have very much spare time. So I will try and keep this short and sweet. As for my story and why I feel able to share this information with you, I come from a corporate background, and I worked in a corporate for 10 or 12 years, climbed that ladder, and found myself just becoming overwhelmed and stressed out, but kept on pushing and pushing and pushing and continuing to try and live the same way I'd always been living. And what that ultimately meant was I am now 2 years out of corporate and only just feeling like I'm regaining my energy. So it caused me physical damage in that I ended up with adrenal fatigue and all kinds of other physical issues that I would never have predicted. And it also caused me mental issues, for want of a better way of describing it. So I recognized even when I came out of corporate that I was still stressing and I was still overwhelmed. So clearly I couldn't put all of the blame on my job. There was an element of my stress and overwhelm that was induced by me. So that is something that I am hoping to get you to start looking at as we go through this video series. And just to let you know, this is a journey. I am not sitting here saying I am free from stress and overwhelm. I still find myself getting into those patterns, but now I have the tools to enable me to bring myself back to normality and to really get in touch with and be in touch with the life I want to live and the person that I am. So let's get cracking. Part 1. Today I want you to get a piece of paper out, A3, A4, whatever works for you, and I want you to write down all of the sources of stress and overwhelm in your life. I love the saying, you can't heal what you can't see. And sometimes when we have all that stress running around in our heads, for me, I used to describe it that I felt like I had a whole bunch of Fraggles running around in my head. I don't know any of you are the same age as me and from the UK, but just picture that, and a whole bunch of orange-haired little creatures running riot inside your head. That is how I felt, and sometimes do still feel, until I get everything out onto a piece of paper. Because it just, for me, it helps me to see what's really going on, it gives me some perspective, and you really can't move into action and try and solve anything until you know exactly what it is that you're working with. So however long it might take you, it could be 10 minutes, it could be 15, could be half an hour, depending on how stressed you are, get everything out on paper, everything that is causing you any kind of stress, anxiety, worry, overwhelm in your life. Get it all out there onto a piece of paper. And then the other thing that I want you to think about today is your big why, I suppose. So why is this important to you? Why are you watching this video? Why are you even listening to me? Why are you seeking a way of reducing stress and overwhelm in your life? So what effect is the stress and overwhelm having on your day-to-day life, on your quality of life, on your happiness, on how you show up with your friends and your family? Just really start to think about what it's preventing you from doing in life and what you would like your life to be like, rather than full of stress and overwhelm. Because it's that big why, or that knowing why you're doing this, that we'll keep coming back to, and that will enable you to stay motivated and to keep moving forward with this. If you start to find things a little bit tough, or things aren't going quite as you'd like them to, or you are doing something very differently from the other people who are around you, which I expect is going to be the case. So we will talk about that in the next video probably. But those are the two things that I want you to focus on for now. Firstly, get everything that is stressing you out of your head and onto a piece of paper. And then secondly, why? Why are you doing this? Why is it important to you to start reducing the stress and the overwhelm in your life? So I hope that has been helpful for you. It's just a starting point. I'll be back again with another video. Next time I'm going to be talking about your priorities and, the life that you want to live, not the life that others want you to live. So I look forward to speaking to you again soon, and good luck with those two exercises.